Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat. In today's routine, we're going to be working on the hips. We're going to stretch out the hip flexors. We're going to help to mobilize it. We're going to strengthen the hips, and we're also going to strengthen the back as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then click this little button down here. And when you're ready, then let's get those joints nice and juicy. So we're going to start by mobilizing our pelvis and our spine. Come onto the mat and lie on your back. Take a deep breath in and exhale all the way out. So have your feet bent and hip distance apart. You can relax the shoulders. See if your back or your ribs are touching the floor. Inhale here. Inhale here. Tilt your pubic bone towards your belly button. Exhale to come back. And again. Inhale, tilt that pubic bone. Exhale to come back. So notice whether or not as you tilt forward, does your shoulder roll forward like this, or can you relax the upper body? And back. We got two more. And back. Last one. And back. Good. On your next one, let's tilt your pubic bone towards your belly button. As you exhale, you're going to start to lift your lower back off that floor. You're going to press into your feet, then start to lift your middle back. Then your upper back, head last. Press into your feet. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's slowly lower down from the upper back, middle back, lower back, and then back into that natural spine curve. And again, inhale, tilt that pubic bone. Exhale, let's round that lower back off that floor. Then slowly peel your middle back and upper back. As you get up to the top, notice whether or not your legs are nice and parallel. Are they pointing towards the ceiling? Or are they kind of externally rotated like this? Can you press into your big toe? Inhale here. And exhale, let's lower down, nice and slow. Take your time. And use your breath. We got two more. Think about lengthening the crown of the head as you lower back down. Last one. And exhale. From here, we're going to lower our left knee down towards that floor. Pay attention to your hip bones. If you want to place your hands on top of the hip bones, that's cool. It gives you a little bit more feedback. And then come back. Over to the right hand side, lower the right knee down. Notice whether or not your hips tilt or can they stay nice and level. And if it does tilt, then reduce your range of motion, bring the knee slightly further up and bring it back. You want to try and engage your lower abs. So think about connecting your two hip bones together. And see whether or not you can lower your legs wider each time without your pelvis tilting. One more on each side. Let's bring it back to center. We're going to bring our leg up into tabletop position. We're going to bring our right leg up into tabletop position. You need to extend the leg out if that's comfortable for you. And this leg, you can either keep it bent or you can have it straight as well, up to you. We're going to do some leg circles. Either way. So with your leg straight or bent, circle the knee all the way across the body. Inhale to come all the way down. And exhale to open up and bring it all the way back to center. And again, inhale, bring it all the way across the body. Lower it back down. Exhale to circle all the way up. And again. So you want to try and keep your pelvis, your hip bones nice and level. We got one more in this direction. Try and do this with control. And can you slow it down? We got, let's reverse. Come all the way out and away from the body. Let's circle the leg all the way down. Keep the core tight. So then exhale, let's circle the leg all the way up. And again, open up and away from the body. Circle all the way down. And then let's circle all the way up again. We got one more. Let's bring it back down. Over to the opposite side. Left leg out nice and straight. Inhale to come across and lower it back down. Exhale to circle the leg up. And again, inhale to come across. Circle down. Exhale to come up. And notice which side is more mobile than the other, which hip feels a lot more open. Last one, can you draw a bigger circle than last time? Good, let's reverse. Let's open up and away from the body. Inhale to come down, exhale to come up. Make sure to take your time. We got one more. And then let's bend that leg. Bring your other leg in. Place your hands by your side. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, then bring your arms up towards that ceiling. I'm going to show you with your arms down. Inhale. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's lift the hips off the floor. Press into your feet. Tuck your tailbone towards your belly button. Keep your ribs down. Inhale here. Exhale, let's come all the way back down. And again. Exhale, let's extend up. Keep your legs parallel. And let's bring it all the way back. And again. We got two more. Last one. Hold it at the top. Inhale here. We're going to drop our knee down again, but this time stay lifted. So you want to make sure you tilt your pubic bone, squeeze your butt cheeks, press into your feet. Then lower the left knee down towards that floor. You're going to roll into the side of your feet here. Let's bring it back. Over to the opposite side. So place your hands on top of your hip bones. If they start to tilt, reduce that range of motion. Don't lower the knee down as far and bring it back. Keep tucking that tailbone. Lift those hips up towards that ceiling. We're using the whole back body here. We got one more on each side. Last one. Good. This time we're going to open both the knees out and back. And again, continue tucking your tailbones and make sure it doesn't drop as you open up. We got two more. Last one. Then lower all the way back down for a little bit of a rest. When you're ready, let's lift the hips all the way back up again. We're going to start with our left leg. You're going to spread the toes on your left foot, press into this leg, squeeze your butt and hamstrings. Use the front of the legs as well. You want to also make sure that your right leg is engaged as well. Inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to lift our right heel up. If this is comfortable and you want to lift your leg up, you can. And then let's bring it back down. Lower the hips down, over to the opposite side. Lift the left heel, press into the right foot here. Feel comfortable, then lift it up to tabletop. Let's bring it all the way back down, lower the hips down. And again, right leg. And back. So notice whether or not your hips dip. If they dip a lot like this, then lower the hips down a little bit so that you can lift the legs up. If not, don't lift the legs up and just lift the heels up. Last one. Let's lower all the way down, nice and slow, and take a breath in. On your next one, we're going to lift up again. We're going to draw some circles with our leg. Inhale here. Exhale, let's lift the hips up, press into your feet. We're going to lift the right leg up, press into the left leg, lift it up into knee height. From here, extend the legs out, and if this is comfortable, we're going to circle the leg all the way across and back. We're going to draw a circle the size of a basketball here. Keep lifting the hips up. Tuck that tailbone. We've got one more. And let's reverse. Come all the way over to the opposite side and back. Continue tucking that tailbone. We've got one more. Lower that leg down. Over to the opposite side. Left leg up. Draw the circle. So if you find that you're wobbling a lot, reduce that range of motion. Draw the circle a little bit smaller. We got one more. And reverse. Last one. Lower that leg down. Then slowly lower down bone by bone. So start from the upper back. Middle back, lower back, then back into that natural spine curve. Walk your legs out slightly and as wide as your mat. We're going to bring the knees in together and take a deep breath in. This is just going to widen the lower back. Bring the knees up towards that ceiling. Bring the legs together nice and tight. Arms out in T-shape, palms facing the ceiling. Let's lower the legs down towards your left-hand side. Keep both the shoulders on the floor. So if you're here, that's totally fine. Here is fine. Just keep the core tight to support the back. Bring it all the way over to the opposite side. And back and over. Last one on each side. Obviously, at any point you want to hold that same position, you can. Just do whatever feels good. Bring it back to center. So we're going to lie on the side. Option one is if you lie straight down like this and your legs are in the corner of your mat, but nice and straight. Option two, if you want something a little more challenging, then one, you can either have your arms like this, or you can also be on your elbows like so. So you're supporting your head with your arm. Your whole side body is working here in this position. And then you can choose what you like to do. So I'm going to do the lying version. Make sure your hips are stacked. If your hips are like this, bring the top hip forward. Keep the core tight. This will help to stabilize the pelvis. Flex both of your feet. Inhale here. And if this is too much and you find yourself wobbling too much, then you can bend the bottom leg and bring the leg back so it's in line with the whole body. Up to you. When you're ready, inhale here. Let's lift the leg up to hip height. We're going to inhale. We're going to do 2 small sniffs. So inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to slowly flex the feet and going to bring the leg all the way back behind us. Inhale, let's sniff. Exhale, flex and roll all the way back. Really feel it here as you open up this body. Make sure your lower back doesn't arch here. The core is tight and you're extending out through the heel to open up the hip. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, let's flex. Can you go further than last time? Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Last one. Bring it all the way back. This time we're gonna add in a little bit of rotation. Let's come onto your elbows. It's the same thing if you're on your, like this. From here, bend at the elbow, top elbow. This one you're gonna stack underneath your shoulder. You're gonna extend your leg back behind you so you open up your hip. From here, we're gonna lead with the elbow. You're gonna twist from the upper back down towards the floor. Reach out through that elbow. Feel that whole side body stretch. Inhale here. Let's bring the leg forward. Open up. Exhale, let's come forward. And come back. And exhale. Reach out. Last one. And exhale. Bring it all the way back to center. And lie on the floor. This time, but everyone can lie on the floor. Just lie on your arm. Palms facing down. Bend the bottom leg. We're gonna do it 90-90. So stack the knees, ankles on top of each other. Make sure you extend the hip away from the body. So you're not leaning down like this. You're nice and active. Keep the core tight and relax the shoulder. Keep a long neck. Think about lengthening the back of the neck here. Place your hands on top of your hip for a little bit more feedback. Flex your feet. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's lift the knee up as high as you can go without your hips moving backwards. So if you find yourself doing this, stack the hips and then lower that range of motion or reduce that range of motion. Go as high as you can go. From there, we're going to internally rotate the thigh towards the floor where the ankle becomes higher, so it's closer towards that ceiling. So you're going to get an internal rotation of the hip here. Then you're going to keep this internal rotation and bring it all the way back behind your body. Lead with the knee and think about keeping your lower back. Avoid overextending your lower back. Bring it all the way back down and then restack that knee. And again, open up as wide as you can go. Internally rotate that thigh. Bring it all the way back behind your body. Lower it back down and restack that knee. We got two more. Open up. Internally rotate. Can you go a little bit further than last time? Keep that internal rotation. Let's bring it all the way back behind that body. Lower it back down. We got one more. Can you go a little bit wider? Open up. Internally rotate. Go a little bit further. From here, let's bring it all the way back. Can you go a little bit further than last time? Let's lower it back down. Restack. We're going to reverse. Kick your leg back. From here, we're going to open up the thigh towards that ceiling. So an external rotation. Keeping that external rotation, let's lead with the knee. Bring it as close as you can towards the rib. Then lower that knee down towards your other knee. And again, let's kick back. Open up that thigh as wide as you can go. Can you go a little bit further than last time? Let's bring that knee in as close as you can. And let's bring it all the way back down. And again, kick back. You're going to feel it here. Also, open up as wide as you can. Make sure your hips are not backwards like this. It's nice and stacked. With that external rotation, let's bring it all the way into the ribs. Lower it back down. We've got one more. Kick back. Open up as wide as you can go. Bring it all the way in. Then lower it back down. Let's come over to the opposite side. So come onto your side. Stack the hips. Whatever position you were in before. So if it was legs straight, lying on your head, do that. If it wasn't and you were on your elbows like this, do that. Up to you. If your bottom leg was bent, top leg is straight, get into that position. Stack the hips, place the hands on top of the hips here. What are you doing? Let's inhale, come forward. Exhale to come back. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. So make sure that your upper body doesn't move too much. And if you need to slow it down, then do so. That's totally fine. As long as you're more in control of that motion. We got 2 more. Last one. Can you go further than last time? Can you go open up a little bit wider? Let's bring it all the way back. Let's keep it to the side. Let's keep your leg here. Come onto your elbows. Stack the shoulder over the wrist. Bend the top elbow and place it on top of your head. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's twist from the upper back. Lead with the elbow. Reach up through that elbow. Keep bringing your leg all the way back behind you so you really open up. Inhale to come forward. Open up. And exhale. Let's come forward. Inhale to come forward. And exhale. We got 1 more. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to come back. Reach, reach, reach. And let's bring it all the way back to center. Lie on your arm. Bend your legs. Stack them on top of each other. Knees and ankles on top of each other. Extend this hip to that wall and keep it there. Place your hands on top of your hip. Inhale here. Exhale, let's open up as wide as you can go without your hips tilting backwards. Then let's internally rotate that thigh down towards the floor. Keep that internal rotation. Let's bring it all the way back behind our body. Nothing else moves here. Lower it back down. Let's restack that knee. And again, open up as wide as you can go. Can you go a little bit further? Let's internally rotate. Can you go a tiny bit further? Let's bring it all the way back behind your body here. Lower it back down. And again, we got 2 more. Open up. Internally rotate. Bring it all the way back behind the body. Lower it back down. Restack. We got 1 more. Open up. Go as far as you can go. Twist. Internally rotate that thigh. Bring it all the way back behind that body. Lower it back down and restack. Let's reverse. Let's kick it back. Let's open that thigh up towards that ceiling as wide as you can go without your hips leaning backwards. Bring that knee in towards that rib as close as you can go. Lower it back down and restack on the other knee. And again, kick back. Open up as wide as you can go. Can you go further? Keep that external rotation. Bring the knee in close as you can. Lower it back down. And again, kick back. Open up. Bring it in. Lower it back down. Last one. Make it a good one. Bring it all the way back. Go as wide as you can. Bring it in as close as you can. Lower it back down. And relax. So we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to strengthen our back here. So knees are underneath your hips and stack the shoulders over the wrists. Spread your fingertips. So in this position, you want to make sure that your core is drawn in. Your back is straight, so you have that natural spine curve here. From here, let's inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to push that floor away. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Make sure the rest of your spine stays exactly the same. Bring it back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to drop it down. Pinch your shoulder blades together and bring it back to center. And again, push that floor away. Spread the shoulder blades apart and bring it back. Bring it all the way down. Back to center. We've got 2 more. Push that floor away and back. Pinch the shoulder blades together and back. Last one, push and back. Bring it down and back. Good, keeping it here. We want to push that floor with your left arm. Spread the fingertips. We're going to start to walk our right arm out. If you feel comfortable in this position, then lift your arms up. Then let's bring it all the way back down. Over to the opposite side. So push the floor away with your right arm. Make sure you're nice and stabilized. Let's extend the left arm out. Feel comfortable, then lift it up. Bring it back down. Good. Over to the opposite side. Push. Extend. So if you find yourself as you kind of extend out and you drop down like this, you want to basically push the floor away so you use this side of the body, but also that small tiny muscle that stabilizes the upper back. Extend that arm out, then lift it up. If this is too much and you just want to extend your arms out, that's totally fine. Do whatever works for you. Extend out, lift up. We got one more on each side. Make sure the rest of your body stays exactly the same, is nice and tight. We got one more. And back. Tuck your toes under. Spread the fingertips. So if you find yourself putting all the pressure onto your hands and your wrist is taking all the pressure, you want to basically push that floor away so your upper body is in control here. Then because we're going to lift our knees up, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your butt cheeks, and that will help to pull everything up. When you're ready, inhale here. Exhale, let's hover the knees up and bring it back down. And again, exhale. And back. And back. We got two more. Keep the core tight. Last one. And back. Good. Make sure you have enough space behind you. We're going to hover our knees and step out into a plank. So again, here is really important that you kind of stack your shoulders over your wrists. You want to spread the fingertips, press into your fingers, and push that floor away so you're nice and strong in your upper body. Your core is tight. Tuck your toes under. Inhale here. Exhale, you're going to lift your knees up, only about 5 centimeters. From there, let's extend the right leg, then the left leg. Your hips are nice and level or still. Bring it underneath the hips. Keep your glutes tight here, then lower it back down. And again, exhale, hover the knees. Inhale. Then exhale, extend. Bring it back and lower. Good, we got 3 more. Extend. Bring it back and down. We got 2 more. Keep pushing that floor away. And back. Last one. Lower those knees down. Untuck the toes and just have a little breath here. Walk your hands out nice and wide, wider than shoulder if you like. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One last time. Breathe into that back body, feel it really expand. And exhale nice and slow. On your next exhale, let's slowly roll up. So inhale here. And exhale, let's restack your spine. Tuck your tailbone. Restack the lower back. Middle back. Upper back. Head last and roll the shoulders back. We're going to come down onto our back. Two final exercises. Bring the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a little hug. You can lift your shoulders, your lower back off the floor. And rock side to side. Let's bring it back to center. Place your hands on top of the knees. Inhale here, let's hug the knees in towards the chest. As you exhale, you're gonna open up the knees as wide as you can. You're gonna semicircle all the way down and away from the body. Bring it back to center. Let's bring it all the way again. Exhale, open up. Can you go a little bit wider than last time? Last one. Let's bring it back to center. Let's reverse. Let's come all the way back out again. Open up as wide as you can and let's circle the knee up towards your chest. Push the knees away. Open up and circle that knee. We got 2 more. Last one, let's open up. And we're gonna hold it in our widest position. Place your hands on top of your knees. And breathe. Let's rock side to side. And let's bring it all the way back to center. Lower the legs down. Walk your legs as wide as your mat. Let's bring the knees all the way down towards your right hand side. Can you bring this knee down closer towards the floor? And let's bring it all the way over to the opposite. Bring it all the way back. And over to the left. One last time on each side. And exhale, let's come over to the opposite side. Bring it back to center. Walk your legs together. I hope you guys enjoyed that routine. If you did, then leave a comment below and let me know which movement you liked the most. If you're looking for a longer routine, then I'm going to link them down below in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that little notification bell because that lets you know when I upload, and I'll see you in the next one.